Texas Hill Country, a land of wide, open spaces. Family ranches stretch across low oak woods, dry summer creeks, and long ridges of limestone hills. For generations, the people here have lived by the land, raising cattle, cutting hay, tending vineyards, and growing walnut trees. Every acre carries the weight of time and the imprint of a working hand. But in recent decades, a quiet force has begun to change that rhythm of life. The feral hog, the fastest growing invasive species in the United States. More than 3 million now roam across the country, and Texas holds over half of them. They break fences, tear up pastures, pollute livestock water, and threaten native wildlife. For the people of the Hill Country, this is more than statistics. It's a story of land, of harvests, and of family. Welcome to NEO Farm, where the stories of people and the land are told with honesty and with a deep respect for nature. From an economic standpoint, the damage becomes even clearer. Controlling feral hogs isn't only an ecological concern, the agricultural economy of the region depends on it. In Texas alone, feral hogs cause an estimated $871 million in losses every year. Most of that comes from destroyed crops, damaged infrastructure, and the rising cost of control efforts. They tear up nearly $193 million worth of pasture land, reducing the quality and quantity of feed for cattle. And more than $121 million is lost as farmers are forced to switch crops just to avoid the damage, often at the expense of their profitability. In this landscape, feral hog control isn't a choice. It's a necessary effort to protect the agricultural backbone of the Texas Hill Country. In the Texas Hill Country, feral hog control often involves a combination of methods. Firearms are used to remove animals that wander close to homes and barns. Large corral traps are set to capture entire sounders at once. Fencing helps protect crops and pasture, while habitat management reduces easy food sources. Among these, corral trapping is often preferred. It allows whole groups to be captured together, slowing reproduction, and it does so safely, with minimal impact on other wildlife. Firearms play a supporting role, used mainly for cautious or diseased individuals, with shotguns and lever-action or bolt-action rifles being the most common tools. The goal of these efforts is not to eliminate the species entirely, but to maintain ecological balance and protect working agricultural land. Morning in the Texas Hill Country often begins in quiet. The first light of day filters through mesquite and oak, falling to the ground in soft, broken bands of gold. But on that red earth, the signs of feral hogs are unmistakable. Deep clustered tracks, soil turned up around tree roots, grass torn into rough, uneven swaths. Evidence of a silent intrusion that took place in the night. Feral hogs do not move at random. They travel along wind-carved valleys, the edges of dry creek beds, and the same trails cattle follow from field to field. They remember the land well. Their hearing and sense of smell are sharp, allowing them to avoid human presence. So in the hill country, farmers and hunters don't chase them across open ground. They read the signs, they watch the patterns of movement, determine the size of the sounder, and note the hour it returns. Only then do they plan the trap. because understanding the behavior of the herd is the first step, the foundation of every effective control effort. The damage caused by feral hogs runs deeper than what we see on the surface. Each night they can tear through acres of pasture, turning soil in search of food, rooting up grain fields, damaging young trees, and accelerating erosion. Livestock water sources become contaminated as hogs wallow and leave behind bacteria and parasites. In the Texas Hill Country, the economic toll is estimated at more than $871 million each year, most of it tied to ruined crops, destroyed grazing land, and the cost of repair and control. For many farming families, this isn't just about lost yields or lost income. It's the loss of labor, time, and legacy, work carried across generations.
Hogs are everywhere. Look at the amount of hogs going there. How many hogs?
In this landscape, the corral trap becomes the strategy of choice. Unlike scattered hunting, trapping allows entire sounders to be captured at once, making population control more effective and reducing damage to farmland with minimal impact on native wildlife. But before a trap ever springs, preparation and conditioning are essential. The hunter studies the terrain carefully, identifying the familiar travel corridors of the hogs along creek beds, the edges of fields, or through narrow draws in the hills. The trap frame is placed in a concealed yet accessible location where it can be monitored and work safely. Red soil, branch cuttings, and dry leaves are brushed over the steel panels, giving the structure a natural appearance, nothing that would raise suspicion. The bait is laid in a gradual pattern, moving from the outer edges toward the trap itself. This allows the herd to become familiar with the location without raising suspicion. The process can take days, sometimes weeks. Each placement must be consistent, never shifting the position, never altering the scent, so the area remains natural and undisturbed by human presence. Only when the entire sounder feeds comfortably, without hesitation, is the gate mechanism set and ready to trigger. Feral hogs, clever as they are still creatures of habit, and they rarely pass up a reliable meal once they trust a place. Step by step, they've moved into the trap, and now the moment is close, when the outcome of this long, patient effort will finally be decided. In many situations, firearms serve as an important companion to the corral trap, but they are used only when necessary, with safety, control, and restraint as the priority. Hunters often carry a slug shotgun, offering strong stopping power and a predictable trajectory at close range, particularly useful when a sounder appears near the trap. In more open terrain, a bolt-action or lever-action rifle may be chosen, providing accurate, measured control at moderate distances, even within thick cover. The purpose of using firearms is not to chase or to cause harm. It is to ensure safety, to address wary or diseased individuals, and to help maintain a balanced and sustainable population on working land. The hunter approaches the trap with caution, steady steps, measured breathing, and a careful eye on every angle before taking action. A safe distance is always maintained, with preference given to addressing the situation from outside the enclosure whenever possible. Every movement is deliberate, the way the firearm is held, the rhythm of the breath, the signals exchanged with partners and dogs. It all reflects skill, coordination, and a deep respect for the land and the life it holds.
But, let's get back to it. Let me tell y'all, it's 18 sows.
3, 2, 1. Every movement is measured. The breathing steady, each action precise. In this brief moment, everything depends on patience, observation, and quiet coordination. This is not about triumph, and it is not about force. It is the practiced balance of knowledge and technique, maintaining harmony between people, wildlife, and working land. Each shot is a tool used with purpose, to manage the herd, protect the harvest, and safeguard the soil. It is an expression of discipline, skill, and ecological responsibility. Additional measures, such as fencing, reducing available food sources, and adjusting habitat structure, are also used. But over the long term, the most effective approach remains the corral trap, guided by careful observation of behavior. This work is a balance of technology, traditional experience, and ecological understanding. It reflects a long-held philosophy in the hill country that humans do not conquer nature. We learn to live alongside it, adapting and adjusting to keep the land in balance. While corral traps offer many advantages, the method is not without limitations. Preparing and conditioning a trap site takes time, often several days, sometimes weeks, before a sounder feels familiar enough to enter without caution. It also requires a skilled hand. Reading signs, selecting the right location, blending the structure into the landscape, and monitoring movement, all must be done precisely. A single misstep can alert the hogs, and they may avoid the area for weeks. Corral traps are not suited for sudden or isolated encounters. In those moments, firearms still play a supporting role, providing careful and controlled intervention when needed. For these reasons, trapping is not a quick or simple solution. It is a long-term strategy, one that relies on patience, experience, and thoughtful coordination to achieve meaningful population control. For those whose lives are tied to the land and the harvest, long-term strategy matters more than quick fixes. Farmers and hunters in the hill country understand that protecting a landscape cannot rely on momentary reactions. They build a steady rhythm of control, repeated over seasons, grounded in knowledge of herd behavior, breeding cycles, seasonal movement, and preferred food sources. This means more than setting a trap. It means observing, recording, adjusting, and maintaining over time. A continuous relationship with the land, its rhythms, and its challenges.
Bouncing.
I was up there jumping all around. We'll see you in the morning. They already come in. We caught the sounder. We got work to do in the morning, boys. It's gonna be muddy.
They are not simply setting traps. They are managing an ecosystem. Many hunting teams use motion-triggered cameras placed along pasture edges and creek corridors. The images they capture reveal more than just the hour the sounder arrives. They show the structure of the herd, the led hog that guides the path, the younger ones following close behind, and the wary individuals circling the perimeter, alert to any sign of danger. By understanding this social pattern, they can choose the precise moment to trigger the trap, capturing the optimal number of animals while minimizing disruption to the surrounding environment. Beyond the corral trap, several supporting measures are used in combination. Natural barriers of thorn brush and stone can help guide movement. Managing food sources on agricultural land prevents unintentionally attracting larger sounders. And adjusting vegetation along creek beds reduces potential shelter and resting sites. These methods do not replace the trap. They strengthen the effectiveness of the entire control system. And above all, responsibility is essential. The hunter is not a conqueror, but a steward of the ecosystem. They know that removing too many animals can upset the balance of the land, but letting the population grow unchecked would bring even greater harm. So every decision, from where to set the trap to when to intervene with a firearm, is made with care, weighing human needs alongside the stability of the natural environment. This work is not about dominance, it is about balance. As the sun sets behind the limestone ridges and the grasslands turn a deep shade of gold, the hill country settles back into its quiet calm. But the people here never forget. This work does not end in a day, a week, or a single season. It is a journey carried through the years, a journey of knowledge, patience, and responsibility to keep this land balanced, living, and enduring for those who will come after us. The work continues, not as a battle won or lost, but across generations.
Oh, to feast on the big one. Even though I love feeding people, when I get closer, when I'm trapping closer and get out of here to get the people, I will. Today just ain't spot. And then got to get the Can-Am to the next spot to be able to take the trap in there.
This is not a fight to be won. No one stands above nature. We are simply learning to keep balance between people and the wild, between the harvest and the land, between today and the generations yet to come. And here in the Texas Hill Country, that balance is no accident. It is built from knowledge, from patience, and from respect. For the land itself, for the work of those who came before, and for the nature that continues to sustain us. NEO Farm, we tell these stories. Stories from the place where grassland meets woodland.